All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, May 17th. As usual, going over analysis for US 30, gold, and Bitcoin. See what news we had for today. May 17th. All right, so no, nothing major here. So looking at what we have for US 30, prices price just tapped a 15-minute supply before news right here. But of course, for me, I don't trade the first 15 minutes of market open. Also, I wouldn't be taking that because we are in an hourly sell SAR. So yeah, I wouldn't take that sell. But we'll see what happens at 9:45. So let's see. So that's US 30 gold. Price is far away from the entries on gold. BTC price is far away from the entries on BTC. So we'll just have to wait for any of these entries to activate. For the hourly timeframes, price is far away from for the hourly for US 30, for gold, and for BTC as well. For the 4-hour timeframes, price is far away. So the next best one we can look at is the trend line and SAR rejection. So I'll switch to the other chart. All right, so let's see what we have here. So this is a current buy on US 30 because it's a retest of that area, but I'm not, two things, right? So it's before 9:45, so I'm not taking that. Excuse me. Also, we know here for US 30, we have those. So we have some demand here, but we have that hourly sell SAR. So yeah, so for this one, staying out of it for now. For sales on US 30, if this does close, this would be a sell for US 30 and it will close at 9:45. So actually, this is a potential trade for US 30. It's similar to like the trade we took yesterday and got stopped out, but we'll see how this goes. So for this trade right here, it would be like 80 pip stop or 80 point stop and 160 point TP. So let's see what this or where this closes at. And this one, but let's make sure we have some supply here. Okay, that's good. Price is coming from supply. And this one would be a trend line and SAR rejection. So we'll see what SAR discloses below in the next 15 minutes. So that will be at 9:45. So I'll just adjust my entry. So yeah, 80. So yeah, this is literally the trade we took yesterday on market, at 9:45. Unfortunately, we had gotten stopped out, but price is back to where we were. Go back to that. So just waiting on that. For the 30 minutes, that would be a similar entry that we're looking for. So we just need to check back on US 30 at 9:45. For gold, nothing really here. This is a trade I was looking at this morning. This trade was based off of a trend line break and closure. So this is a break and closure. So if we replay this and go forward, you'll see that entry. So break of the trend line and closure above an SAR. So this is different from the rejection entry. So this is and this is the one we were talking about following yesterday, or this strategy. So it's similar to the trend line rejection, but this one, in this instance, it's not rejection of a trend line, but break of a trend line. But this one, break and closure above the trend line, make sure the trend line does not adjust, and then you'd enter on the retest of the closest SAR, which was at that area right there, and price went up. But this trade was before market open, and the only trades I would take before market open would be the fair value gap entries, but it's just a trade I was just following along. So for gold, given that it's Friday, gold will probably pump to 24,000, 2,420, 2,450 area today. So given it's Friday and the price movement we have, we might touch the all-time high again. So I don't even have any entries on gold here. So the entry I'm waiting for is this US 30 sell. So same thing we took yesterday and got stopped out at. It's the same setup. So we'll see if this, but it does look at the closure in the next 4 minutes, it's gonna close below any of this SAR. So I'll be definitely taking that. So still a valid trade in my opinion. We have a bunch of SARs here. Same ones we had yesterday: 4-hour, 15-minute, 30-minute, 5-minute, and hourly. And price is coming from supply here. So price is coming up from supply. As much as we do have that demand area down here, we do have price tagging in from a supply area, but we'll see how this 15-minute candle closes. Going to BTC, nothing on for buys on the 15-minute, nothing for buys on the 30-minute. For sells for BTC, this would be a sell for the break entry, trend line and SAR break entry. So I don't have a lot of data for this particular entry, but it's just an entry I said I will be forward testing going forward. So this one for BTC is also check to make sure we are not okay. So price is coming from supply, so that's fine. Yeah, so this one would be an entry on BTC as well. Either this on the 15-minute or on the 30-minute time frame. We'll just need to wait for price to retrace up. But we'll see how this one plays out. So this one for BTC is this is a break, not rejection. This one is 600 points stop loss and 120, no, 1,200 points TP. All right, so that's BTC. For the hourlies, no entries on US 30 for buys. Was waiting for this fair value gap that was during London, a little bit before London. Was hoping gold to come back down here, but it didn't, so nothing there. For BTC, BTC is also approaching London fair value gap. So this one will be an interesting one because we have a setup for a buy and we also have a setup for a sell. Interesting. And these are hourly ones. For sales, nothing for US 30, nothing for gold. I was looking for this EU entry for a sell for this FVG. This would give like a 20 pip stop. So I'll probably look to take this one as well. We're in a bunch of demand, so actually never mind. I won't take this EU entry if we get it. For the 4-hour time frames, nothing here that I can see for buys, nothing for sells. There's a 4-hour entry right now on EU, but let's see what zones we're in. So we're in a supply and also demand zone, but this is an entry on EU for this 4-hour. If you're doing the break, trend line break and SAR break. So actually there's an entry here for EU for you could do 20 pips and 40 pips. Let's see. I'll set an alert if EU comes back here. If EU comes back here before going 20 pips into profit, I will enter this, but I need to mark up the 20 pips area. So 20 pips would be here. So if, and actually I think it already got the no, it hasn't. So that's fine. So if EU gets here first before coming back up, I will just delete the setup. This is a trend line break. For BTC, nothing here. Okay, so it's 9:45. Let's see, 9:45. We were looking for an entry on what? On US 30 for so nothing for US 30. It was for entry was this one. Okay, so BTC, what I'll do, I'll go ahead and set an alert against this SAR. If price retests this, add alert here. Do something like this. Let's see, BTC. 30-minute. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll take the BTC, this BTC entry. The other entry was what? Was it US 30? Yes, this US 30. So a sell on US 30 as well. So this sell has triggered. Let me wait for a crossover sell. So if you're taking both of them and you're doing the 0.75 entry, make sure to actually never mind. For US 30, no go on US 30. The reason for that is that supply has been depleted. So the supply that we had before this candle moved down has been depleted and price is coming from a demand area. So never mind for the US 30 trade. I'll go ahead and delete this one. So we just have a bunch of demand here. The supply that was here has been taken out, so or has been mitigated. So never mind for US 30. Excuse me. For BTC, there goes the alert for BTC. So BTC is fine. We have a bunch of demand. I'm sorry, we have a supply here. So this supply that price was coming from has not been depleted. And let me look at this again. But the only red flag for this one, the trend line has adjusted. So it's no longer a trend line and SAR break because the trend line has auto adjusted to that area. So BTC as well, no go for that one. So we go back to looking for other trades. This BTC on the 30-minute, in the next 12 minutes, we can possibly get this entry for BTC. So yeah, so no, and given that it's Friday, so you can see that pump up on US 30, right? Red flag, the zones. So we don't want to sell where buyers are sitting, and we don't want to buy where sellers are sitting. So this one as well, you can see how we could have gotten, we would been ideally drawdown right now. So we'll just wait for another entry. Now, this 30-minute can give a buy. So on the 30-minute time frame, we need to look at Bitcoin for a sell and US 30 for a buy. So in this 30-minute time frame, we have a possible buy, but even before I mark that up, let's look at what we have on the zones for the 30-minute. Okay, so we have buyers sitting here, so that's fine. So if you're to take this buy on US 30, this would be like a 70 pip or 70 point stop loss and 1400 point TP. Only if it validates. Looking at the SAR levels we have here for US 30, yeah, we would be coming up to a 30-minute buy, 5-minute buy, and hourly buy. So we'll see how this closes in the next 10 minutes, potential setup. But this price action on US 30 between yesterday and today, we've just been in a range. So comes down, goes back up, comes down, goes back up. So we're definitely in a heavy range. And soon price would be looking to break out one way or the other. But the good thing about this 30-minute is this wicks from the bottom. So for this one here would be a rejection entry. If it does close. And also for BTC as well. For BTC as well. So gold, there's nothing for buys. BTC as well on the 30-minute. This would be a possible only for this one, it's only if this trend line does not automatically adjust. But if it automatically adjusts, then there is nothing there because this one would be a break. Break. Right. So the BTC trade would be stop loss would be 600 points stop loss, 1,200 points TP. US 30, this would be 700 points or 70 points stop loss. So let me readjust for US 30. So, and again, if you're going to take both trades, make sure you're not risking more than 1.125 for both. So for one trade, you can do like 0.5% risk and the other one 0.5. If you will take them. All right. All right. Eight more minutes. Oh, I forgot to put on today's background music. All right. No. Mm. All right. So we'll just wait for 8 minutes and see how those trades go. And that will be it for today's session after I take those trades. Also here for the hourly, if we do close above this SAR, so we've formed a new hourly SAR here. So if we close above this hourly SAR as well, that would be an hourly entry for US 30 for a buy. So kind of lines up with what I'm looking at here, even though the hourly entry might be almost an instant entry, but we have five more minutes. Yeah, and this US 30, so that US 30 trade, so you can see the importance of checking the supply and demand. We would have gotten ideally stopped or almost getting stopped out for that particular trade. The sells, right, would be in drawdown and almost getting stopped out for that trade. So definitely looking at some of these confluences gives you fewer trades, but at the end of the day, you end up filtering some of the trades. And sometimes you even filter trades that would have gotten into TP, but you know, with forward testing and back testing, you just need to make sure that your win rate makes sense and the risk to reward makes sense. All right, so what is that? 5 more minutes for this one. EU, what is EU doing? EU had what was it, a 4-hour? Okay, so let's see what this 4-hour entry is. So this is a trend line break. So EU is at an entry for a sell. The zones that we are in, so this one, what I'll do 25 pips stop loss, 50 pips, 50 pips TP for EU. We're in a supply zone. So what I'll do here is this is a trend line break. I haven't traded EU in forever. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. USD. I want to see the SARs we have for EU. Oh, we have sell SARs for EU. So I am taking, so it's a bunch of trades. If we get them. So EU here. 25 pips stop loss, 50 pips TP. EU. Where is 25 pips stop loss? Only thing here with EU, we have structure to the upside. So if you do take EU, use, I say less risk. If you look at the 15-minute time frame, we have structure that can possibly be completed to the upside. But personally, I am taking the EU entry and the sell is coming on right about now. Yep. So at 0.0549. So ideally where that is. So that's my entry on this EU. 15-minute has structure to be completed to the upside, but structure does not always have to be. The other confluences do align. But if price action changes, I'll look to exit that EU trade at break even. So remember, if you're going to take US 30 and the BTC trade as well, do not risk anything more than 1.125 for all 3 trades. So yeah, just divvy them up like 0.4% risk per trade. So we're looking at the US 30 trade. So I'll put an alert here. It looks like this SAR US 30 will close above is this one. So I'll go ahead and put an alert there. So that if US 30 comes back down here, we know that this is the SAR to enter on. So the alert is already there. BTC, need to look at BTC was the other one for sell. So the SAR to enter on will be this one. Add alert here. Now, remember, we have the fair value gap here at 65,724. So if you want, you can do target to this one. You can do like a tight stop loss and target this area here. But remember, we have this fair value gap that can push Bitcoin back to the upside. So BTC, that's just one of the few areas I see an issue with, is this fair value gap here. A bullish FVG from London session. All right, so there goes BTC. We'll just wait. So we don't want this trend line to auto adjust, so it hasn't adjusted, so that's fine. So that remains a break of a trend line and a break and closure below an SAR. So we just need price to retrace this to this zone first before going to an area where somebody would have gotten a 1:1 risk to reward. So we'll just wait. So it's only that this EU. So remember EU, and I can show you on the 15-minute. Let me turn this one's off and go to 15-minute. If we look here at the 15-minute time frame, it's possible for EU to come all the way to this high right here, right? Which would be half of the stop loss before possibly coming down or getting, taken out. But for EU, we have a bunch of SAR levels here. If I turn that on, we have a 4-hour. So we have a 4-hour, hourly, 15-minute, 30 minutes. So this is a trade, even if it were to hit stop loss for me, it did make sense at the time of entry. You can see all these zones we have here. So it is possible that EU can be going to this hourly buy SAR at 1.08749. And if it does get there, this trade would end up possibly getting stopped out. But it has to break an hourly, has to break this 4-hour, has to break the 15-minute and the 30-minute. So what I'll do, if we get a closure above this 30-minute sell SAR, which is at 1.08607, I would be looking to exit this trade at break even. Or for you guys, right, I always advise you can take out like the loss at that point, which would be like a third of your stop loss, but only if we close above that zone. If we don't close above that zone, then we still have possibilities or probabilities are that the trade will come back down. But if we get like a 15-minute candle closing above that area, and also here I do see we have a fair value gap from London session, fair value gap right here, hourly FVG. So we'll just see how that one goes and then wait for this US 31 and the BTC one. And those BTC is almost triggering. Those will be the only trades for today's session. So total amount of risk should be no more than 1.1% for all three trades. So just divide that up into between those three trades if you want to get into the trades. All right, I'm not sure US 30 is gonna come back down pretty quick. So if I think BTC is closer to getting tagged. So if we get tagged into this BTC trade, we'll just observe it. But that will be it for the live session. Um, I do something here. Replay this. So EU just tagged in that FVG up there. Let's see. And BTC just crossed that entry. There's something I'm checking here for BTC. Um, mm, mm, mm. Okay. All right. So for BTC, that's the entry. I'm entering the sell on BTC. It's a very tight stop loss. 600 points and 1200 points TP. So my sell is like at 66,100. All right. And US 30 is coming back down as well. So we'll see how that goes. Oh no, this was an hourly. I'm sorry. That was the fair value gap entry. This is the 4-hour entry. This is the one I'm in. Also, if this trend line auto adjusts for whatever reason, I will exit out at break even, or I would exit out at look to exit out at break even. So if this trend line were to adjust to this low, then I would look to exit that one as well. So two things. We don't want closure of a 15-minute above 1.08607 or even a 5-minute. And we don't want a trend line readjustment to this low. US 30 is coming back down as well. Mm, mm, mm. 39,869. All right. So here for US 30, um, 39,869. All right. So at the same area of entry, we have an hourly sell SAR. We also have a 30-minute buy. And above here, we have 5-minute and hourly buys. So this one for US 30, yeah, I won't take the US 30 trade. Just a little bit too much of conflicting interest. As much as we are in demand right here, um, there's just a little bit too much of conflicting interest or conflicting information here. So this blue line is a sell SAR. So it is possible they can just pick that up. And so remember, US 30 has been in consolidation since yesterday, in and out, in and out. So I think I would rather just wait for a proper direction of it, and I'll just stick to the EU and BTC setups. So yeah, US 30, as much as I like it, as much as I like that entry, we just have that hourly 5-minute, 30-minute, and 15-minute. So for me, it just doesn't make sense personally, but yeah, so that would be it. So the only trades I'm in is this EU trade. So remember, if we get a 5-minute closure above this area, I'll be looking either to exit at that profit. So for the BTC and the EU trades, I only risk $500 for EU, I'm only down like $100 as of this point right here. But if we get a 5-minute closure above here, I would be looking to exit the trade back down at break even, or for the people who take like partial exits, you would look to exit there. And definitely we don't want a break of this high. So remember, this is a 4-hour trade, so definitely a high time frame. So if we do get these highs getting broken, then we don't want that. And then BTC is in and out of at break even. So still at break even, still at entry for BTC. But those will be the only two trades for right now for the live session. I'll probably take trades later on in the afternoon session. On Fridays, I prefer trading like after 1 p.m. because manipulation has pretty much died down at that point. But other than that, I will catch you guys next week on Tuesday. This week has been a break-even week. So no, like, let me see, what is it? May, no, just down 0.75% for the week. So it's nothing major. And if these trades were to hit TP, would bring profitability overall for the week. But other than that, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. All right, guys. Peace.